It's always a pleasure to have you join us here on KC2. This is Purpose Rwanda Show for a purposeful and addiction-free Rwanda. And I am Lavi Mutanganshuro. Today, we are going to discuss talent and purpose. And joining me today is Dr. MUYOMBO Thomas, also known as Tom Close. He's a musician with more than 15 years of experience in the music industry, and he's also a comic book author and a doctor by profession. MUYOMBO Thomas also serves as the director of Regional Center for Blood Transfusion, among other responsibilities. Thank you very much, Tom Close, for honoring our invitation.
Thank you so much.
Yes, how have you been?
I've been good.
Yes, maybe to begin with, one would ask, this is a question that I had, where did the name Tom Close come from? Because Tom, it's okay, Thomas, but Close, where did it come from?
It comes from a long story. Back when I was in primary school, I used to have a few friends, and we called ourselves close friends. So everyone had to add the word close to their name, yes, to keep that link between ourselves. So when I was supposed to look for a name to brand myself as an artist, yes, I had to go back go back in history, yes, and then bring that name.
Okay, yeah. Great. Tom Close, because I was wondering, Close, was he not that social or something Close?
Yeah, it comes from closeness, as in friends who are close. So.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Great, I see. Then coming back to our topic, talent and purpose, you're one of the experienced musicians that we have here in the country with more than 15 years of experience. What are you proud of today that you credit this profession?
I'm proud of a lot of things on a personal basis, and also in general as an artist, yes, and the music industry. Personally, I've managed to achieve different things. Yes. And I've been able to make a living out of music as an artist, and I've done that for the past years. Yes. And apart from that, I've made so many friends in the music industry who have been helpful to me outside music, because outside music I have a normal life like anyone else. So I've been able to meet so many important people, so many good friends whom I treasure even today. And apart from that, apart from the benefits on a personal level, I've been able to make my own contribution in changing the way the perception of music that, yes, people have. They used to think that music was a profession done by people who have nothing else to do. But right now, seeing a medical doctor also doing music, seeing several other learned people in different backgrounds of education doing music has at least changed the way people have been considering music, and it has opened more doors to young ones, to our fellow young musicians, to be able to get support from their families, because, yes, they know that if so-and-so can do this and also keep their profession, even ours can also do music. So yes, it has benefited me and has benefited several others, yes, not only on a personal level, but also in terms of perception.
Yes, that's very true. Speaking about profession, you've been recently appointed as the Director of Regional Center for Blood Transfusion. And one question that one would ask is, how do you manage to be a doctor, be the director of that center, and also a musician? You also write some books. How do you manage? How do you do all those things?
Maybe some small correction. I'm not the director of unit. I'm now the division manager for the blood transfusion division. Like I said, it all stems from the passion that someone has for something. Yes. So I do music as a profession. It is something that doesn't conflict with what I have what I am doing in terms of medical profession.
Yes.
Music, from the experience that I have, I can do it even when I'm supposed to be resting, because it also contributes to refreshing my mind, having a different perspective of what I've been doing that yes. can refresh my thoughts, so that I can now continue doing what I'm doing with fresh thoughts. And yeah, so it has been very easy for me to do it, because like you said, 15 years of experience doing one thing doesn't not only lead to you accumulating so many songs, yes. but it also contributes to efficiency. The time I was spending doing a song when I was starting as a musician has decreased to the point that I no longer need several sessions in the studio to record a song. Yes. I only need one session. I only need a few hours to write a song and to compose a melody and to record. Yes. So it becomes very easy for me to actually do both. Something else is that I have a few friends, a few fans who also contribute to how I do my other profession as a doctor. Yes. Because it's these fans that I communicate to when I need some donors, some blood donors. It's to these people that I talk when I need, you know. So it becomes very easy to do the two, because one makes it easy for me to do the other one. So it's very easy.
Yes. Back to your music, 15 years of experience. What has been your biggest challenges? Let's say 3 biggest challenges in your music industry, and also how you overcame them, because I think there are many people, young people especially, who are talented, and they are looking up to you, and they may learn one thing or two.
First of all, like the 3 challenges, one of them, and which covers all the 3, is the perception that people have yes. On music. I've had to work twice as much as I would have to work if I wasn't a musician. Yes. There is that perception that if someone is doing music, it's always going to take all their time. It's going always to be very difficult for them to do other things as other people
normally do.
Yes, normally do. So when I'm doing something, it's as if I'm beginning from negative. While others may begin from the ground, I go underground, yes. which means that I have to work twice as much as others do. But I have no problem with that, because you can't manage to do music when you're not ready to work hard. Yes. And apart from that, I would also talk about perception in terms of how people see music. They don't consider it to be something that that someone can do as a major, as the main activity that they earn a living from. So, which has seen so many musicians raising their concerns, some complaints, seeking support from different people, different institutions. Yes. So it has always been a challenge. I don't know if it stems from the perception that people have on music, but music still lacks that kind of support, yes. Which, for example, sports has, which other sectors have. Yes. We've recently had a school, not recently, a few years ago.
Nyundo.
We've had Nyundo Music School. But after educating people, you also need to support them so that they can make a living out of what they studied in school. Yes. So there is still a lot of support that is needed, which will see musicians making more out of what they're supposed to be making. Yes. And the third one is also perception. Perception, yeah, from the family.
Families. Yes.
Yeah, because sometimes it is still very hard for most talented youth like to go into music because they don't have that kind of support. I did not face the same challenge because I sort of did it without consent, but I ensured that it doesn't conflict with my way of life so that it can raise concerns from my family.
Yes.
So I managed to keep a low profile, to continue behaving the same way, to continue like doing what is expected of me as a normal child or person in the family. But it was always a challenge because there were concerns that is this person going to continue school?
Yes.
Is this person going to be able to maintain his family? So there's always that kind of extra work that I have to do to ensure that I keep those concerns managed.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's very true. And I think upcoming artists who are following us right now, you're learning a lot from your older brother who is very experienced in this music industry. And Tom Close, today we're discussing talent and purpose. How do you relate both? How is talent related to one's purpose?
My belief is that everyone comes in this life with a purpose that they are supposed to serve.
Yes.
And the talents that we are born with are supposed to be those that, they are tools that will help us fulfill our purpose. Definitely. So it's very easy to go on with your life in a normal way, do things like other people do them, ignore your talent, but it will always be very hard for you to achieve the purpose that brought you here without using the talent that was given to you. So there's no way you can mention talent. There's no way you can mention purpose without mentioning talent, because talent is what is the tool that was given to you before they sent you to this world, before God sent you, or before you were born in this world of 7 billion people.
Yes.
With whom you're supposed to live side by side, ensure that you also fit in that very large population in the world. So talent is a must for you to achieve your purpose.
Yes.
Talent is not music alone. There are different talents.
Yes.
So when I'm talking about talent, I don't want people to confuse that with music, with football, with sports in general. It goes beyond that. Even being able to speak very well in front of people, being able to manage things, being able to make things work, that alone is talent.
Is a talent.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you very much, Tom Close. And coming back to now music, we've recently seen cases of big musicians who are very, very talented, and they are being sent behind bars simply because of drugs. Because here at Purpose Rwanda, our motto says that it's for a purposeful and addiction-free Rwanda. And we've seen many great musicians being sent behind bars simply because of drugs and other forms of addictions. How can we deal with this problem? Or even before we talk about how to deal with it, what do you think is the cause?
The cause... There are several causes. Some of them are pressure, like having...
Peer pressure.
Not peer pressure, having so much pressure out of what you're doing. Like you have a lot of expectations that you're supposed to meet, to fulfill, and it gets in your head that you need something extra that apart from what you have, and then you end up using those. There's also peer pressure, like you said, because you're surrounded by different people using those drugs, then you end up falling in the trap and you use them. And there's also lifestyle, because some people believe that in order for you to be able to do this genre of music, you need to have this kind of lifestyle. You need to, so all those contribute to people ending up being addicted to drugs, then ending up behind bars.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe before we even go how to deal with it, there might be someone who is following us right now and they are like upcoming artists and they have this idea or perception that you can't do music if you don't do drugs. Like you can't go to perform in Kigali Arena with that huge audience without taking something. As an experienced person whom I know you're very credible, like in the society, generally speaking. Which message can you give to such a person who is following us right now and they have that kind of perception? Is it really possible to do music without doing drugs?
If it's possible to become a good military personnel, military officer or police officer or lawyer without using drugs, then it is equally possible for someone to do music without using drugs. Because, like I said, music is only a talent that was given to you so that you can be able to fulfill a certain mission that was assigned to you before you came here.
Definitely.
So before considering yourself to be different from anyone else, you have to remember that after all, you're a human being. You have a family where you live, where like you have your roots, and you're supposed to behave in the same way as the other family members.
Yes.
The only exception is that others use, for example, their hands working. Maybe you're using your voice. Maybe you're using your hands to play music, but you're not different from anyone else. And maybe you're lucky enough that what you do is of interest from many people, that you end up being known by so many people, more than other people are known. So it doesn't make you any special, because today you're known, tomorrow
might be a different story.
It might be a different story. So if you have all that as a package, it helps you to keep your feet on the ground, to know that I'm supposed to be human before being a musician, because actually that's what you are.
Yes.
I'm a musician, I'm a medical doctor, I do several other things, but I'm above all a human being.
Definitely.
So with that in mind, it's very easy to plan your life the same way a lawyer plans their life.
Yes.
It's very easy for you to value your life, because you're not supposed to live for some years and then you die.
Yes.
We're supposed to see you like doing music, then growing old, and then sitting there and begin advising other people who are doing the same thing like you. So my advice to them is that other than the talent that you have, you're a human being, you're supposed to behave like a human being, you're supposed to observe the same culture, to have the same manners, the same behavior, like the people you come from, like your family, like your parents. And then from there, with that package, it can be very easy for you to become a good musician, because if you see discipline that is required for someone to become a good lawyer, it's the same kind of discipline that you require to become a good musician. You have to keep time, you have to be trustworthy, you have to be truthful, you have to respect others, you have to, there is a list of those which are shared across different sectors of life. So once you keep them, then you can fit in any kind of talent, you can fit in any kind of life.
Yes, thank you very much, Tom Close. Well said. As you heard from him, you're a human before becoming an artist. You were a human before you were an artist, and therefore you have to preserve what God has given you as a talent and see it grow, and later on also advise those that are upcoming. Now, Tom Close, another question that I want to ask you. Maybe there is someone following us right now, he's an artist, and he's struggling with this given addiction. Which message can you give to them? Is it possible to break that chain?
Yes, it's very possible. If anyone else can do it, then you also can do it. the main advice is to accept that you need help.
Yes.
And then to seek help. It's very hard. In Kinyarwanda, they say that utabusya bwitubumera, which literally implies that it is easily said than done.
Yes.
If something is not on you, then it's very easy for you to judge. I know that, but I also believe that if we've seen many other people being clean after years of addiction, yes, then it's very easy, it's possible, it can be done even by you. So just accept that you need help. If, for example, you're taken to a rehab, because we've seen many people being taken to rehabilitation centers and then coming back and doing the same thing. Yes. So the moment you get that help, you should take advantage of it and then begin from there. Because after all, the society is doing their part, but it's you who's losing the most or who's gaining the most from that. Definitely. So it's up to us, up to you, if you're struggling with that, to accept that you need help and then to leverage on the help that you're getting to gain back your life, gain the control of your life back in your hands.
Yes, yeah. Thank you very much, Tom Close. And now as we wind up, there is this popular saying that goes like, talent will take you to the top, but it will take you character to keep you there. Yes. What is your take on it, and which message can you give to people based on that? Yes,
I think I already said it, because like I said, talent is a tool that God has put in your hands, yes, that will help you achieve your mission here. Maybe your mission is to inspire. Maybe your mission is to teach. Yes. Maybe your mission is to change other people's lives. Maybe my mission, part of my mission was to sit here and then answer these questions and inspire some people. Definitely. That one is easily achievable, but maintaining that requires character, like you said. And that character is cross-cutting. It's not limited only to musicians. It can as well be required in as far as doing any other kind of profession is concerned. Yes. So let's become human beings, and the moment we are good human beings, yes, then we shall end up being good musicians or being good talented people. Yes. Yeah, not only musician, I'm here as a musician, but it can help you become a good footballer, yes, become a good tennis player, become a good lawyer, become a good speaker, because there are characteristics of a good human being, yes, that will help you become a good talented person. Definitely. Yeah. Yes. Well said, Tom Close. And this, of course, marks the end of our today's show. Maybe if there is any departing words that you have to the audience that were following us right now before we head to the conclusion of our show. Yeah, one is to thank you for the invitation, and also to take this opportunity to invite people. As you heard him introducing me, I work for RBC in the blood transfusion division. I'm the head of the blood transfusion division. So I always take the opportunity that I get to appear in front of the screen, yes, to invite people who are watching to come to the nearest blood bank and donate blood, because that blood is required today, tomorrow, and forever as a medication, because no one has ever invented a machine that produces blood. So yes, the machine that produces blood is our body. Yes. So let's go there, donate before we can need that blood. Yes, yes, that's very true. And I think it's even relevant to our show today, because we are talking about purpose. Maybe your purpose today is to give blood to someone who needs it. Yes. Because blood is life. So go to your nearest blood, they call it blood bank. In Kigali, yes, it's opposite Serena Hotel. You'll see a very big signpost of RBC. Yes. That's where we are located. There is another one in Ruhengeri, Musanze, close to the Ruhengeri Referral Hospital. There's another one in the north, in the east, close to Rwamagana Hospital, yes, and there's another one in the south, close to Seashubi. I don't know if another one in the west, close to Karongi, Chibuye Hospital. Yes. So once you're there, please come there and donate because there are so many people waiting for that blood in the hospitals.
Yes, definitely. There are many people waiting for that blood in hospitals. Thank you very much, Tom Close, for honoring the invitation. It was such a pleasure to host you and hear from you as an experienced musician with more than 15 years of experience in this music industry. And we hope that next time we'll also honor our invitation.
Yes, I hope you also honor that invitation.
Yes, yes, I will.
As well.
Thank you very much for your time. This marks the end of our today's show. This is Purpose Rwanda Show for a purposeful and addiction-free Rwanda. Just to remind you that in case you missed any of our previous episodes, you can find it on our YouTube channel, Purpose Rwanda. You can also follow us on our different social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Our username is Purpose Rwanda. Until next time, I am Lavi Mutanganshuru.